I didn't bring her up. Ashley, I didn't bring her up. She came in here and was talking about something about Virginia, and then she came in the box and said she had a couple questions for me, and then we went over some shit that was said on Reddit that I absolutely called from the beginning, and I told them not to go twist my shit around and take it to Nicole's people like I'm fucking talking shit, because that's not what happened. Because all it's going to do is turn around and stir bullshit, and that's not right. So I didn't bring her up. I was talking about other shit. I was talking about my animals and shit. People were asking that. And then Nicole came in and asked questions. And then said she was come, I don't know what her exact words before, nonetheless, she's coming for me. Because apparently, May said something about her and kids, screwing kids or something. I don't know. I think it was, I think May was telling a story about some teenager or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I never condoned that shit. I said it was gross. And I'll stand on it. And then I also stood up for her more than once and said I don't believe that she would ever do that. There's no proof on it. Stop fucking doing that to her. Yeah, Nicole brought it up. Nicole brought herself up. She hopped in this box and brought herself up. Because Trey took a comment wrong when I sat there and I said I was told that some of the mods were blocking people that didn't need to be blocked that were defending me. But I cannot confirm or deny if that ever happened because I didn't see it. I would have to go back and look at the comments and everything to see if that was actually true. I cannot confirm or deny anything or stand up for anything that I did not know if that happened or not. I was told, and listen, people telling me shit is like assholes. Everybody's got one and they all stink. But what I can do in order to confirm or deny is go back in my recording and look and see what happened. When I went back in my recording and looked and seen what happened, I really don't believe that Nicole's people was blocking anybody that didn't need to be blocked. I mean, but there's that. I really didn't see it. There was a lot of people in here and a lot of people that were being blocked because they were troll accounts. But when I really went back and looked at it, it did not look like Nicole's people were just blocking random people so that way, they couldn't speak up for certain situations like it was said. Now, maybe I could see why people would take it that way. But I just don't believe it was intentional. Because every time somebody got blocked, they reached out to somebody. And there was a lot of people that also got unblocked the same way they got blocked. That's what this pretty much started over. And I done said, don't twist it around and make Nicole fucking pissed off and her people over what I said, because I never said that they did anything wrong. I said I was told, and I said I can't confirm or deny. And maybe I wouldn't bring up that situation about Savage and what she did to her best friend and the way she treated her if, because that was her man and she chose riding that over Nicole and chose to fake a death. Maybe I wouldn't do that if you weren't speaking on some shit that you didn't need to speak about. Fair is fair, right? Don't sit here and act like you Captain Save-A-Ho when you've been just as dirty. And was forgiven. I ain't forgiven you. You've been fucking dirty. You've done some horrible fucking shit. And I sat there and I listened, and I was there to see how devastated Nicole was. Instead of dragging Nicole and making her more up against the fucking wall and looking at her like she's just a piece of shit, not giving a fuck about her feelings, I didn't do that. I became a friend because nobody deserves that. Well, then I guess people shouldn't continue to bring up my fucking bullshit. Because that's the same question I have. And shit that I don't fucking condone. And shit that I've moved on from. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Don't act like you Captain Save Everybody and all this and you ain't done shit wrong, and people saying, oh, well, Savage, I don't believe Savage would ever talk like that or be like that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Because yes, you have. Yes, you have. And yes, you have. Of course it is. Who cares? Of course. Who cares? Of course. Who cares? Of course. Who am I talking to? Sassy or Nicole now? Who am I talking to now? Is that Sassy or Nicole? Because you've both done the same equal foul shit. Actually, I think Sassy copycatted Nicole on a lot of things. So come on, which one are you? Let me know. Because you've both done the same shit. Okay, so I asked you a question. Who the fuck are you? Which one are you? Which one are you? Because you ain't blocked. Unless you're Sassy, anyway. There is nothing else to expose. Nothing. Unless it's a lie. Black and whites of who... Black and whites of who I really am. Who the fuck am I? Double bubble bish, who you talking to? Me? Because if I'm not mistaken, I didn't start no shit. I was clearing my name on animals. I didn't come in here and start this shit. I didn't bring this topic up. Are you kidding me? I didn't bring none of this up. I was literally talking about my animals and educating people on the shit that people do with animals and how the difference is between livestock and fucking kittens and dogs. Then put them out. If you know more shit than I do, put them out. I don't fucking care. You want to drag my ex-husband, go the fuck ahead, but leave my name the fuck out of it. How about that? Because you can't drag Bullet. You got to drag all the rest of it, right? God, same shit, different fucking day. Pick another fucking thing. Of what ditch? Did you find the history on it? What? You're so fucking weird. That's sassy. You're so fucking weird. He's not my husband. He's my ex-husband. What have I done? You are so ridiculous, Sassy. You cannot listen. Hey, if I sell my dirty underwear on the internet, will you fight people to buy it? For $125? I bet you would. Bet you would, bitch. Fucking weirdo. So weren't you just talking about how wasn't somebody just literally just last night telling you how you could move in next to me? Like you could be my neighbor? So you're saying my father can't wait to talk about the trafficking story. My father don't know. So why are you bringing my dad into it? He don't want to fucking talk to you. He don't give a fuck about you. You don't know what the fuck happened. He doesn't have a fucking wife, dummy. How the fuck do you know, or does my family know, that it didn't fucking happen? That is the sickest thing I've heard come out of your fucking mouth. As a fucking parent, for 13 fucking years straight, you don't think that they didn't fucking know? For real? They didn't know for 13 fucking years, dummy. How the fuck do you... Oh my God. Lean on that credibility. 13 years straight, they had no idea I was being molested, abused, sex trafficked, and raped. And you're telling me that the same people that had no idea that I was going through that for 13 straight years are going to speak up and say how I didn't go through that? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. You're sick. You're sick. That is one of the sickest things I think you fucking said. You were sick. I don't know how they didn't know. But you're sick. You're sick as fuck. Somebody get that dumb bitch the fuck out of here before I go off. I want her out. Don't fucking speak on my childhood and what I went through in my fucking life. You've got no idea. And for you to even mention my own father and what he knew and didn't know and say that he's going to speak out about it is bullshit. He didn't know for 13 years. How the fuck does it verify that he knew anything that fucking happened between then? I'll wait. You're sick, Sassy. You're sick. Bubbles was muted. I don't know who muted Bubbles. Did she say something? I think she said something, didn't she?
Hello, I asked you a question is all. I asked you why you keep doing this to yourself. And they muted me.
Oh, it's probably to protect, so I'm sorry. Honestly, I wasn't doing that. Like, literally, this live, and I can replay it. I was talking about educating people about, I can't remember who was in the box, whatever his name was. We were talking about livestock and how hard it is to do this and that, and how I'm not lying about certain things. Like, people go through all of that, and it was kind of just to clarify things, because somebody was in the chat and they legit had concerns because they were deep into horses. And he said, I don't know anything about this. I'm just asking to verify because this person was concerned. I said, no, I understand. The next thing you know, there's a comment in here about don't speak on Virginia. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking? What? And you've been what? And then Nicole comes in the box and she says she has a few questions for me, and that she's got this and that. And then Trey wanted me to green screen some things. Green screened it, showed where I said I didn't confirm or deny anything, and now we're here.
The only thing the reason I came in is because I heard Nicole, her name, straight
Right.
up.
No, she.
For sure,
Right,
I
she
heard
was
her
in.
name. I
Yeah, she
wasn't
was
in
in here.
here when she was in here, so I didn't know any of that. But then you brought up Sassy and them, and I'm like, why do you keep doing this to yourself? You know it's just going to bring you more people and hate to you. I just don't understand why you do it to yourself. You know?
I get it. But like I said, I mean.
But yeah, tell your mods to unblock me or unmute me.
I unmuted you.
All right, thank you. I just wanted to know. That was my question. You know Nicole's watching and everybody's watching all the time, so I was just letting you know.
Oh no, I understand. They can watch all that. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not saying anything that isn't true and isn't facts and isn't just in general. Like, this was just what happened. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but this is the shit that I've forgiven and I've been cool with and I have moved past. And it's not fair for somebody to tell me one thing and then do the opposite. It's just not okay. But I don't hate nobody.
I have a question for you, though. What did you say about Willis?
That it was a proven fact that he was with a minor child.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, if you said anything other than that, mean you was going to, girl.
No, he absolutely was with a minor child and he had sex with her.
Right. So I was making sure. Hey, you be nice to that kitty cat. All right.
Oh no, that was proven. I said that's the only person that I've ever said did anything to kids was him because it's a proven fact. Fuck Willis.
Thanks for letting me up.
All right, you're welcome. Fuck Willis. As for the shit that they just said on that sneaky, that's just gross. That's so gross. I didn't bring that up. I never said anything about that. Look, I didn't even remember that was even a story until just now when Nicole said it. Well, at least you got his name right this time. How would they know? You're so ridiculous, Sassy. You're so ridiculous. I don't know. That's a question you need to ask them. How didn't they know that their child was being abused for 13 years? You can ask them that. You fucking weirdo. That's the question I've been asking. But I don't think that's any of your fucking business, as a matter of fact. I think that question needs to be asked to them from me. You nasty bitch. Sitting here fucking saying, oh, he's going to explain it all. And and you were never trafficked. How does he, if that's the truth, if he's actually going to do that, that's sick. That's sick. Because then that means that he did know. So don't sit here and accuse my father of anything. And say that he's going to speak up about what he didn't know. You're gross. That's gross. Who does that? Who literally contradicts somebody's childhood abuse? Jenny with an I don't know if I did. Hang on. Jenny with an I, the last one I got from you was, ugh, how didn't they know? I don't know. Your question is as good as mine. That's not a question for me. You know what I mean? That's not a question for me. I don't know how they didn't know for 13 years. They had to have had some sort of idea. I mean, you can't go 13 years and not know something's wrong. To me, as a parent myself, that's a long time not to know that your child is being abused. Is it their fault? No, it was hidden very well. But I mean, there's got to be some sort of sign. I mean, I can list a few things that could have been some red flags that have happened in my life, but I don't know. I can't answer that. You know, I asked if you got trafficked or did you do it? Huh? I thought I was just going to get friends to play with. He had other intentions. So when I was allowed to literally go get my friends and bring them over so we can play, his intentions were completely sick and disgusting. You know, I'm just going to say this, Bama. Why don't you contact my child molester and ask him those questions? If you're so fucking concerned, why don't you ask him? Ask that motherfucker. Because I shouldn't be the one answering these fucking questions. Ask him. Ask him why. Ask him why it was done for so long. You ask him. Stop asking me. Go contact my child molester. You got these fucking questions and you want to say about this trafficking thing and you want to insult me on my childhood? Go ask that motherfucker. Go ask the child molester, predator, rapist. Go ask him. Because I don't deserve to be hounded with those questions. But they ask it over and over and over and over and over and over and over. It's not like this is the first question that these same exact people have asked. It continuously is asked over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. I'm done with it. Go ask my child molester. Go ask my abuser. Go ask him. Why did you unmute? Oh, okay. Stay confused. Staying confused. Stay confused. You're gross. You are literally nitpicking my childhood abuse, you sick individual. You're sick. Let me ask you, who does that? Who sits here on a live and continuously hounds somebody about their childhood abuse to try to get details? I was a fucking child, bro. I don't remember everything. I don't want to remember everything. If you have those questions, the person that you need to ask is my child molester. You go ask him why he did what he did and how long ago it was and how much of a little one I was. You go ask him. Go ask that motherfucker, because he's got more answers that he can give you than I can. They're not doing it. They're not doing it for that reason, though. They're not doing it to answer questions about anything. Because I absolutely agree with you. They're doing it to nitpick information that I've already said and to drag it and call me a fucking liar. That's what they just did. They came in and said that my dad was going to expose that I was a fucking liar. My own father. About my childhood abuse. That's not trying to ask questions to help individuals. That's to destroy them. Yes, he was. He was absolutely convicted. Got his jaw broke twice, as a matter of fact. He no longer had to register as a sex offender as of May 2013. He got 2.5 fucking years for what he did to me. Because they didn't want to put me through trial. It's the only excuse that I've gotten. That's not a question for me. Because I was young. I don't know. I don't know why that man got off so scotch-free. It's sick. I mean, I don't even think you can look up his fucking records I don't know. I don't look him up. I mean, you can try. But I don't even know. I don't know if that stays, I don't know what, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't care. I just know that he's not part of my motherfucking life. I confronted him. I let that shit go. Because I needed to move on for myself and heal and not allow that motherfucker to win in my head and continuously over and over and abuse me. So I confronted that motherfucker and I left it exactly where it was at, and I'm proud of myself for it, and I don't give a fuck. My parents found out when I told them. Well, actually, I didn't even tell them. 2.5 years. 2.5 fucking years for what he did. And I remember them talking about the judge even saying, because I don't remember it personally, I just remember what was said. The judge even said, if it was me, I would have gave you a harder sentence. But because this is going on or some shit like that, then I guess that's what we're doing. I can't remember because I was so young and I was just told. No, but see, what they want to do is they want to drag me for a week about me calling victims survivors of what they went through, because that's when I look at a victim, I'm not going to tell them that they're a victim. I'm going to tell them they're a survivor, because what they have done to me on this app, especially, and a lot of people, even personally, you're just a victim. You're just playing victim. You're just crying victim. You're just victim this. Oh my God, you're just such a victim. I can't believe you're just being a victim. You're crying. You're full fake tears. You're just playing the victim. So in my mind, victim pisses me off. Out of everybody that says everything, and they want to sit here and run their mouth and say, oh my gosh, victims are what they are. They're victims no matter what. You can't call them survivors. Like, you ain't literally ran your mouth for over a year telling me that I did nothing but cry motherfucking victim. It don't work like that. That's disgusting. And then they turn around and say, you can't undermine this person's trauma. That was the victim. It's not about you. This person's trauma with your ex, you shouldn't undermine what they go through. But what are you motherfuckers doing right now? Undermining my 13-year child fucking abuse, asking me questions that I don't deserve to be fucking asked, out of spite. So you can get down to the details of my fucking life. So apparently you can talk to my dad and have my dad announce that something about fucking sex trafficking and how it didn't happen. How does he know it didn't fucking happen? He didn't know for 13 years straight. But yet you want to sit here and stand up for other people? You're sick. You don't give a fuck about nobody but yourself, and outing and making yourself fucking right. Because you don't give a fuck about the victim status that I have went through. You keep seriously bringing it up, traumatizing it, and causing more fucking problems. You don't give a fuck about nothing about no victim. You're sick. Not you guys, but what I'm saying is what these people continuously do. It's sick. Go fuck yourselves. Feeding off the traumas of my brother dying and me being so upset about certain things. Like, this is the shit that happened in my fucking life. That one day I hope that I can help somebody not go through this bullshit. But at the end of the day, it's haters like this and disgusting, sick-minded individuals that continuously bring this shit up and then yell at me for talking about it. And then tell me, well, if you don't bring it up and you don't talk about it, then they won't. No, bitch, I don't bring that shit up. Y'all bring that shit up. And then I talk about it, and then you get mad because I talk about what you brought up. Fuck you. I'll be right back. You know what it was? All them motherfuckers got mad because there was somebody else understanding what they have been dragging the entire fucking time and making them look stupid. That's what y'all mad about. Because why else would you fucking come in here and start shit? Because you were looking stupid and you were looking wrong. Out of everything that you said and did, it was clarified by somebody that is mutual with you, that don't even know me, said she's not lying about this. She is correct. That is the options that you have, and y'all didn't fucking like it. Face facts. Face facts. Y'all is wrong as hell. And until you've owned livestock, you won't know. Until you've been through the shit that I've been through, you won't know. Y'all think it's funny because your end goal is to get me to unalive myself. That's what I truly believe. Either that or you're going to pay somebody to do it.